Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Guys, I'm going to bring to you one of the most crazy champions in this game, and also one of the champions that is left in the vault way too much. I feel like we're getting to the point where he can start to come out. Yeah, he's been cooped away. He's like, but guys, I'm the hardest hitting champion in the game. And everyone's like, yeah, but you're a bit difficult to use and stuff. I think he's becoming easier to use. And also, something which kind of like falls into his favor is that the speed meta is disappearing in the arena, which also means that he could kind of come in as a slow boy and absolutely blow stuff up. So who am I talking about? Talking about Ruel. Ruel, the Huntsmaster. I guess this could easily be Thea as well, who is basically in the same boat. Another massive slammer of a champion. They have buffed Hex a decent amount. So Hex is now becoming more of a thing. Plus a lot of us are now picking up over time a Mithrala. And Mithrala does enable Hex for Ruel. So she enables Hex, and she also gives him increased attack. Double whammy on what she's doing here. So Mithrala is probably the best champion we've seen so far to enable these guys. So why do I think Ruel might start to come out of the vault? Well, firstly, as I said, he hits like an absolute freaking beast. Yeah, he hits like nobody else in the game. Basically on his A2 here, 3-turn cooldown as well if it's booked out. Attacks all enemies, places an extra hit. This is the main one. These conditional extra hits always smack. Places an extra hit on enemies under Hex and ignores 25% of each target's defense if there's 4 or more enemies under Hex. So any wave-based content or in the arena, he could be a beast, but maybe also in Hydra. Yeah, Mithrala's a great Hydra champion, and Ruel, I think, can come in and do some work. So we're going to test that today. I'm going to test him on waves. I'm going to test him in the arena. I'm going to test him on Hydra and see if he can come in and kind of produce end game content style level gameplay. So what have I done with this guy? And just bear in mind, like, he's also got a drop defense here. He's also got the chance to put Hex out himself and increase accuracy for his team. So he's not just about the slam. He's actually got some utility as well. And he's got this passive here. Decreases the speed of enemies under Hex and decreases the resistance of enemies under Hex. That's quite a cool passive for Hydra, honestly. Also increases the damage enemies under Hex receive by 10%, just generally, for everyone else. So you've kind of got the buff to Hex, then you've got his passive kicking in, and I think that he becomes a bit of a beast, honestly. We will see. We will see. What's actually the second part of his passive here, and decreases the value of heals they receive by 30%. Actually quite big. Like, if anyone's healing here, he's like, no, a third of that is gone. It's pretty cool. So the main setup is going to be Mithrala and Ruel. And then everything else is just going to kind of build around that. In terms of his stats then, I've gone 4-piece crawl, 2-piece perception. I did want to get him over the kind of 200 accuracy mark so that he did some work in terms of landing stuff. I've got him running slow, 160 odd. I don't need him to be quick at all. I've got him high attack and high crit damage. So he's got a lot of damage. He's got Helm Smasher and kind of damage masteries. And we're going to take him for a spin. So what I'm trying to do here, I'm on Dragon 25. I'm trying to mimic my actual team. So Seer is the clear in my team. She clears basically buffs which are ripped off, and she does a ton of damage. Yeah, we know that Seer can blow up level 25 stuff. In this team, we're going to go with a drop defense from Ghostborn. We're going to go with Hex, Nuke, Reset, and Poison here. Honestly, I've got Bad L here as the lead. Ruel could be the lead as well, and they would give us more crit rate, which means that I would need to build them with less crit rate in my builds, but I'm going to use him for other stuff, so that's not always going to work out. So in terms of setup here, Bad L does what he does. Kaima, I just say, don't use your Seal of Magic on wave 1. Use your A2 first, then use your Seal of Magic. He's my fastest. Use your Seal of Magic straight away in wave 2. Ghostborn's just going to be dropping defense whenever he can, but for the boss, I'm saying don't use your heal reduction because it does nothing against the dragon. Mithrala will come in and just use the Hex as the openers on wave 1 and 2, and then open book for wave 3. And Ruel just saying don't use your A3, just give us the slam on your A2. And I'm hoping that he gives us enough damage to clear a wave for level 25 stuff. That's what we need. Like, we need someone else to compete with this Seer in terms of wave clear. Let's slow it down when we get to his nuke. So we got drop defense out. Here he goes. Double hit. 1, 2. Oh, these are some tanky boys up front. Look at that. These two up front are like, I'm still just going to survive a bit longer, the Oathbounds. Let's see what we get then. Wave 2. Poisons everywhere. Drop defense everywhere. Again, just oath bounds like that. Ooh, hench. Which is so damn tight. But still, it is what it is. 30 odd seconds onto the main dragon. And good thing about Mithrala in the team is she does bring us some poisons for the main dragon hits. So we've got poisons from Kaimar, Badel, and Mithrala. Getting Hex out there as well. 118k there from his A1. Double hit, sort of a couple of 100k. And I guess without me slowing it down, we probably would have saved another, I don't know, maybe 15 seconds or something. Full resets. We've got no danger of death. But he's doing work. He's doing work. And we're getting some good damage away. Tons of damage from the poison still, even though it's only half damage at this point. At level 21 to 25, it's still actually decent. And it's going to be about probably about a 1 minute 30 if I didn't slow it down. I'm going to do a run at full speed and just see what it actually clocks, and I'll show you that as well. But 1:38 here. I'm going to throw it at full speed and just get it to the end. So this is him on full speed, unlimited frames. I will say as well, like, he's not in my best gear. The reason why he's not wearing Savage, I didn't take any gear off of any of my main arena champions, which I think he would have cleared wave 1 and 2 if I put him in Savage. But there you go. A 1 minute 10 full clear Dragon 25 is actually pretty solid. So yeah, it's not the best on my account, but it's also pretty damn good. Let's show him in an arena team here where I'm basically running a slow team. And I honestly feel like slow is now the new meta. Yeah, you do not need fast teams anymore. So let's build a team out and show you this one. Okay, so we're done with this squad here. Now, Netcrit is my protector to Ruel, yeah? So basically, Ruel is my lowest HP champion. Netcrit protects him. I become basically unkillable. Yeah, so this kind of slow build is fine. If you don't have a Netcrit, then you build Ruel in something like Stone Skin Set, or you build a different type of protector to come in. Someone like a Sandlash, someone like a Seeker, someone who's just going to basically stop you taking full damage. Or you just run Mithrala as a protector and she will cleanse all of the nasty stuff that happens to you, and you run someone in a big shield set. But there's a lot of ways now to run slow arena teams. Okay, so ideally, I would actually have my Mithrala much slower. I'd have my Mithrala slower than my Madame, but I didn't change a build for this. So initially, I'm just going to do a cleanse. Normally, I would go straight up Madame, removes everything, Mithrala, hexes, Ruel, slams. That's the better order, but we're going to try and just mix it up a little bit here. I'm taking damage, but it's basically no damage at all. I'm going to remove their buffs with my Madame. I've got an accuracy aura here from my Mithrala. My team is super slow right now. We're going to go ally attack and just use Ruel's A1 against Duchess. So Ruel's a good affinity against all of the silly stuff that happens. Nectar got another turn, so we're just going to put some survivability elsewhere. So normally, yeah, I'm just going to go A3 here. Normally, I would have it so that Mithrala was coming in before my Ruel, but we should still be fine. Hex everywhere. Increase attack on my team. Look how many hits I'm taking, by the way. Look how many hits I'm taking without really caring. She's stoned up. Stoned. They're all stoned. Mithrala's actually nuts. Just on A1 so that I can try and just get round to the Ruel slam. So it's finally here. There's not even drop defense everywhere because my order is just wrong. But, okay, we can weak hit. But it is just such a lot of damage that he does against anyone that is not a weak hit. And if he weak hits, he's still got a double hit to come in after that anyway. So yeah, I'm low goal 5 here. I know everyone's going to say that in the video, but it is like a legit strat. We've got here like a Cardinal style team, which probably means that they're slow. We can land Hex on 3, apart from Cardinal. We can try and steal buffs, but it doesn't necessarily happen. We did get it though. So I'm going to take Cardinal out with my ally attack here because she's the only threat in this team. She's dead. And then we're just going to come in with the slams with the Ruel. And, I mean, we're doing like 200k damage with this build. Fast is not always better. Yeah, the speed meta's kind of gone. This speed team here is probably like, oh, yeah, I'm going to slam you into the ground. It's like, well, try. Let's see what you've got. Great. Let's see what you have got. All of my buffs are gone. Ninja's having a pop. Going full auto now. And you'd think like Ray coming with the big hits, you know, everyone coming with the slam dunks. How the hell are we still going? But the slow meta is there. It's there to stay. And Ruel's just like that. I'm just waiting for my nuke. Watch out, fellas. Here it comes. Let's be having you, man. Let's be having you for the video. Oh, so easy. It's too damn easy. And, you know, a fight that honestly you look at and you think, I don't know how it's possible that we win that fight. We win it easy. Netcrit's doing some heavy lifting here. I will grant that. But it kind of just shows the power of a slow team now in this current meta. I shouldn't have done that again. But I just should slow down this Mithrala. If Mithrala was running at like 180 odd speed, then this would be a foolproof team. Again, we go ally attack, take out the threat. So easy. Good affinity for the main threats anyway. We don't even need Mithrala's. We don't even need the Hex out there because of the amount of damage that he's going to do with a single hit. But yeah, it just kind of shows how crazy this guy can be in the current arena meta when you slow them right down. So let's get him into some Hydra stuff. Okay, then we're going to try him on Hydra. We're going against hard. And let's see how we get on. So basically, I'm going to try and control the head of Annoying. Going to get the Hex out as often as we can. Udo's going to give me drop defense and block buffs. And then Kantra with our A3 should hopefully keep the Head of Decay under wraps. Let's get the burnout from Tunisia. We had a lot of damage away there. And then Ruel could come in with his slam. So got 2 negative affinities in this particular Hydra rotation, but 2 neutrals. Let's see what damage this does then with decreased defense, Hex. Slow it down because we should get the additional damage as well for all of the extra 10%. So we get 71k, then 130 odd k, then followed up by a whole bunch more damage. We're up to 1.4 mil already. I guess we're just going to get buffs up. I'm going to try and just decrease speed here. I really want decreased speed on this Head of Annoying over here. And that's the first one I'm going to try and target. Let's speed things up again. And you see now, because Hex is out there, we're actually doing more damage to multiple heads at the same time. Kantra gives me the immediate re-provoke, which is cool. I'm going to try and get a nuke off on Head of Annoying over here. Get a good old 370k, and that spreads another 30 odd k across the board. Head of Wrath might actually be a problem for me here. I don't have much in the way of reviving going on. Hopefully Kantra continues to just land provoked over here. Just enables me to keep stuff going. I think this rotation's not too terrible, actually. You don't have the Head of Torment in there, so you're not kind of pinned down to using a Duchess or a Shamal. Got a Provoke out already, so we're just going to go with buffs. Ruel can just kind of cycle back for ability, because A3 gives him 50% more turn meter, so he can put up debuffs out there, give me buffs, and cycle back around to his A2 really quick. So anyway, look, I'm going to let this play through. Let's see what sort of damage we end up doing with this comp. And yeah, I'll show you at the end. But Ruel, let's see again. Double hit with the Hex. Like when do we get the crits off? 120 odd K. It's pretty good. Got provoked already, so just A1, trying to get decreased speeds out there. And yeah, I'm going to leave it running. So I will let you know, or maybe I'll bring you back in when we've got a bit more damage and it's getting a bit more cheesy, and see how we get on. Okay, we've got a pretty cool moment here. I don't have, unfortunately, decreased defense everywhere, but let's see what we do against the broken heads. Got 3 broken heads here. We're going to hit for basically 300k over here, a couple of 100k over here, where there was Hex out there. Not bad. Not bad damage. Like, it's not anywhere near, you know, if you've got like Trunda levels of damage, obviously she absolutely annihilates everything. And it's not even close to that, but it is good levels of damage. I don't know. Am I disappointed with it? I think it's possibly not quite as high damage as I was hoping it would be, but we're still doing a good amount of damage per turn here. And I can just get back to, you know, my abilities really damn fast. So it is kind of a cool setup, but yeah, perhaps not quite as high levels of damage as I was expecting to see. Anyway, and keep playing it through. We get to the kind of final and see what sort of damage he's done overall. Got to say, this is one of the most stable auto teams I've ever run. And, you know, I've done Hydra quite a bit now over the last few months. So we're on Hydra hard here. I've done a 30 mil key with no problem at all. Other than the stuff I've been recording and showing you, it's been full auto. And I think we've probably seen every single combo of heads possible, because we've been slaying heads left, right, and center. We've actually been doing a ton of damage. I wish there was a stat, and I don't think it's possible, but I wish there was a stat that told me how much extra damage I've done because of Hex over the fight. Because we've had Hex out there pretty much the whole fight. And, you know, we've been doing a lot of damage. And I reckon there's actually a decent amount of the damage that's been done today just because of Hex, the extra kind of 10% of your hits. So, you know, I've been popping heads more than I normally would for sure. Obviously, Mithrala's in there doing a lot of the work, and Ruel's doing a lot of work as well. I've also got Burns out there, which do a lot of damage, like, generally. But this really is like a solid team. And you just kind of see all of the heads losing health consistently because of that Hex debuff being out there. So, yeah, this is cool, actually. It's really cool. Last man standing was Mithrala. She does work, honestly. She actually does a ton of stuff in this fight. Let me just show you some of the numbers. Get me out of the way a second. So Mithrala did 7 mil doing poisons. I guess the Hex damage that's coming from her does come into that part. Ruel, though, kind of coming in with a decent 11.8 million. Yeah, and he's basically just doing damage from hits. Chris 2.3, Udo 3 mil, Kantra 4.2, Tunisia as my burner, 21 mil. So in terms of just pure hit damage, 11.8 mil against hard is actually pretty damn good. This is maybe my best ever key against hard on my account with this team. So kind of shows, I think, the capability. Is Ruel like top tier in meta? Maybe not. But I feel like Hex is kind of edging its way up there. And, you know, with Mithrala in the mix as well, I do think it becomes actually like a viable strat. Definitely feels like that is like a doable strat. Obviously, I've got other good champions in the mix. But yeah, Ruel, what do you think? He can clear waves on level 25 stuff. He's an arena beast. He can come into Hydra and do a lot of damage. Is Hex creeping its way into top tier? I've been Hell Hades. See you later.